Coming above you. Beautiful.
Bring forward.
Oh, it is fully blade.
Huh? Everything's even, look.
Yeah. Fully blade.
I did a setup for the top, not fully in, so just went a little deep out. Pretty nice.
Enter again. And it'll lift again.
Today we had the medal race here in Aarhus, Denmark, and for the Finn fleet it was quite a tricky race right up under the city and very close to the land, so we had a lot of shifts and back and forwards in the positions and up the front. It was an interesting fight for the medals, and for me it was a good opportunity to learn the course. Next on the calendar we have the Finn World Championships in Hungary, the Gold Cup as it's referred to, and it's quite a big event for us. Hungary's a bit of an unusual place, so we're looking to get there a little bit early and do some good training and scope out the venue and hopefully put in a good performance there and learn a lot this week to take away and do some better racing, so fingers crossed.
So I finished second overall, and I guess yeah, it's a nice way to get back in the laser and kind of start the campaign, I guess, towards the Worlds, you know, in a few weeks, and also the Worlds next year here. So pretty happy with the way I'm sailing, and you know, much more happy and feeling more comfortable in the boat than I have been the last few months that I've been training. So going in the right direction, and looking forward to the Worlds, you know, in the coming weeks, and also next year.
A bit of a snakes and ladders kind of day. I was pretty happy to have the buffer I had points-wise going into today. Just sort of helped relieve a little bit of the pressure. But yeah, anything can happen, so quite happy to finish off with a win. Yeah, definitely looking forward to coming back next year. I think that after winning this event, it'll give me a good sort of confidence going into the event next year, and the different range of conditions you can get here, I feel it suits me a little bit more as well. That sort of having the shifty stuff where you've got to be on the ball every race, every upwind sort of thing. I kind of like that stuff, so yeah, it should be good to come back next year and battle out for the World Championship.
Audi, ciao, affondati. Sì, non posso restare. Cassa!
For the Flying Phantom series, that was the first time we were sailing on Cardiff Bay. Incredible year for us. We had, let's say, more than 12 boats on water, more than 8 nations falling all around Europe within the Extreme Sailing series. Amazing. Just waiting the next one.
There's a great bunch of sailors here, and it's very competitive, and it's really close. Like, you look at the points now, there's 10 or 15 points between the whole fleet. You know, that's just the nature of such short racing. 1 minute you win a race, next minute you last. So to try and get that consistency is really tough. It's going to be light today, so we'll just make the most of that.
I think the difference with sailing in light air as opposed to heavy air is still hugely physical, and I suppose outwardly it would appear that it's going to be harder work when it's windy, but actually when it's lighter we're using the big code 0 sail a lot more, so the guys on board have to be very, very physical.
I think on the light stuff, it's about making sure you're in the pressure. It's sort of about fleet management and really trying to keep clear.
It's a lot about the concentration, like keeping the boat fast, which is really hard in the light breeze, and especially when it's shifting and some gusts there and there.
It's kind of counterintuitive. You think windy is going to be a lot harder work, but actually when it's light wind like this, there's probably a bit more thinking.
Today was an incredibly difficult day for not only the competitors, but for us as the race committee as well. The sea breeze looked like it was going to develop. Unfortunately, it got later in the day, and the pressure gradient went away, and so did the sea breeze. So for tomorrow, the gradient is moving on a little bit. With that slide, we think we have a better shot at maybe 7 to 9 knots. And the sun should stay out like it did today. And what's better in Cardiff than sun and wind? And so that's what we're hoping to get tomorrow.
One of the most important functions that these U.S. Sailing Championships have in common is that it promotes camaraderie, social interaction, a chance for sailors to meet old friends and reconnect with them, and to make new ones at the same time. I'm Betsy Allison, and I'm the Adult Director at U.S. Sailing. I'd like to talk to you about our Adult Sailing Championships. U.S. Sailing has 10 adult championships for adult, highly Corinthian-based sailing in the United States. They range everything from single-handed to multi-hull to offshore sailing. We have disciplines in women's match racing and men's match racing. We host the most highly decorated team racing event in the world, which is the U.S. Sailing Team Racing Championship for the Hinman Trophy, and we host the Adult Disabled Sailing Championships. But one of the most important events that we highlight during the season is our Championship of Champions, where champions from multiple classes around the U.S. compete head-on-head to see who really is the best of the best. The International Women's Keelboat Championship, which was on a hiatus for a few years, has come back strong. It's being hosted in alternate years between the United States and internationally. Our U.S. Sailing Championships are traveling events. Each year they're hosted by a different club in a different region of the country, giving everyone an opportunity to experience places they've never been before. U.S. Sailing is the organizing authority for each of these 10 championships. We work closely with each of the host clubs to ensure that the quality and standard of racing is consistent from year to year. U.S. Sailing ensures the quality of these championships through the utilization of all our highly trained race officials, which include PROs, judges, and umpires. You might wonder if your club can host one of these championships, and why would you do it? Well, let me assure you that most of these championships are fairly small in nature. They only require 10 to 24 boats. On top of that, it's a chance for your club to showcase itself, highlight what your local fleet does, be able to bring some of these disciplines to your local sailors and encourage them to be part of the event. If you think your club would be interested in hosting, just email us at championships@ussailing.org. We'd love to help you be part of this wonderful championships environment.